Alright, we're back. We're gonna do Dan Hong's and 𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐻�'s companion quest today.
I have delivered the
I feel
message
so
about the
sick
meeting.
today, but I want to
Do
see
you
what
have
this
any
is.
questions, Master
Because
Don
apparently
Hong?
it's about the
I know all that I wish
Cloud
to know.
Quintet, I think they're called.
Thank you, Miss Huan-Si.
Which we heard about
You
when
need
we
not
were
address me
doing
as
the story in
Miss.
the Law Fu.
I am but one of Miss Bailu's maids. Then again, if I may be so bold as to make a humble
Also, I wonder why
request.
Don's big now.
Go ahead.
Like, he doesn't have to be
Before
Big
this
Don
goes
for this
ahead.
conversation, right?
Oh, who might this be?
Hello. It seems I came at a bad time.
I'm speaking with Master Don Hong. I'm afraid this doesn't involve you. Please
Oh,
take your
damn.
leave.
Okay, lady. I'm
He
sorry.
is a close friend. I've invited him along to bear witness. Please, treat him as you would me. Now, what was your request?
Then I hope
He
you
does
don't
not
plan
like
on
me.
meeting with Miss Bailu.
Bailu, huh? Well, Bailu's the other dragon, right? I guess Don hasn't met her yet.
Please hear what I have to say.
This entire time. Only
I
we
have good reason to
have.
be concerned.
Like me, March, and well,
Perhaps you should know that Miss Bailu's path to becoming a High Elder was neither in compliance with proper protocol, nor of her own volition. Everything was a result of the stubbornness of her predecessor, Don Feng. His hubris and tyranny brought about the end of the Luofu's High Elder succession. The
We've heard this
preceptors
before in the
heard of
story,
Master
but,
Don Hong's return, and were
we still don't know what the
uncertain
hell
whether it
happened.
constituted good
Like,
or
what was
ill
the fuck up?
fortune. However, many have surmised that the Luofu's High Elder succession tradition will soon be back in force. If true, that is indeed something worth celebrating. Whether we find another suitable candidate in accordance with the laws of our people, or have you take up the position anew, everything can still be mended. But if Master Don Hong were to hand everything over to Miss Bailu, it could lead to great upheavals on the horizon. No good would come of it for her. Such a major matter as this is naturally up to the Preceptor Elders. I couldn't possibly say.
So this dragon race needs to have an High
I've
Elder.
been a maid here for 12 years now, and was with my mistress every day as she studied medicine and
Because
received
it comes down to either
knowledge.
Bailu or
I
Don.
witnessed her countless escapes, and the inevitable unwilling returns. As far as a 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻 is concerned, children like her enjoy a charmed and happy childhood. But as a High Elder in nothing but name alone, Miss Bailu is highly restricted in her actions, and has no freedom or say about her own life. I can't bear it. Your Highness, please think about
I mean,
this
she's not
poor
really a kid,
child.
right? From what I remember, Bailu said she was actually older than us.
Miss Bailu is young, naive, and easily manipulated by others. I worry that under the pressure of others, she would be convinced into taking up too great a burden.
I understand your concern, but I have nothing more to say on the matter at present.
Then I will bid my farewell.
Alright, bye-bye
Master
then.
Don Hong, whether you choose to meet Miss Bailu or go with me to see the Preceptor Elders, I will be waiting for you by the ferry leading to 𝐐𝐿𝐺 Waterscape.
All the way back there, huh?
I haven't even set eyes on Bailu, and people are already urging me not to meet her.
I want to see what you guys talk about since you're the only dragon people. They actually look like dragons.
You've been spending too much time with March. You know that I'm a descendant of the Luofu Vidyadhara. In 𝐐𝐿𝐺 Waterscape, you witnessed my secret strength, as March would call it. Yet that power stems from Don Feng, my previous incarnation. He altered the process of High Elder succession, plunging everything into catastrophe. Ultimately, he suffered the punishment of molting rebirth. Based on the physiological principles of Vidyadhara reincarnation, I ought to have been an entirely new entity. And, in view of the law, all crimes from my previous incarnation should have been wiped clean. But in reality, I was locked up in the shackling prison at birth. Even after I was released and left the Xianzhou, my High Elder past and Dan Feng's enemies pursued me like a haunting shadow.
That's what
Now,
his light cone is,
I
right?
plan to face that shadow.
'Cause I remember his light cone is him
In order
in
to make
chains.
amends, I want to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal and visit the High Elder to see what more I can do. The start skiff is ready. Let's go.
Alright, I guess let's go meet Bailu. The dragon returns home. Oh, we can't just teleport to the gorge.
Speed, not haste.
From what I remember, yeah, Bailu isn't actually High Elder. She was just chosen since Dan Feng was gone, I guess, like exiled.
I'm a Vidyadhara too, as you can see. I'd heard the reincarnation of the great sinner has returned to the Luofu and wanted to offer some advice.
Oh?
Leave this troubled place immediately.
Damn, man. His own people hate him a lot, huh?
I'm not surprised in the slightest. What does the Alchemy Commission want then?
Return to being a nameless. Stay out of the High Elder's succession. The Luofu Vidyadhara have finally recovered from Dan Feng's grievous sins, and were blessed with a compassionate and caring High Elder in Bailu. None of this was easy. Your return has stirred up resentment and ambition among the preceptors, and threatens our situation.
I have no intention of threatening Bailu's position.
You may have a clear conscience, but even so, as long as you remain on the Luofu, invisible forces will try to coerce you. Leave now. It is
So these
the
guys
best
don't want the
outcome
status
for
quo
everyone
to shake up,
involved.
basically.
Do not repeat.
Because
the
Don does
mistakes
have
of
the right
past
to,
life
I
in this
guess,
one.
claim the High Elder for himself, and people would actually agree with him. Well, some people. And I guess that would cause a, what would you call that,
Excuse
civil
me,
dispute
Are you two on
between
your
the
way to
dragon
Alchemy
race?
Commission, Delph?
Yeah. Oh, the way here. Isn't that, it's Kagi.
Hello.
I can't remember the
What brings you
character's
two
name. Oh,
here?
Jing Yuan.
The wind and waves are restless around lunar-rescent depths today.
Even you came to dissuade me from visiting the High Elder, General?
Really? Does he
This
care?
encounter was not of my making. I've been recuperating in the Alchemy
Oh, no.
Commission under the Dragon Lady's care. Our paths have merely crossed.
I keep thinking
But
this
your
guy's a
question
villain.
would suggest
I
that
think
there
just
are
'cause his
others
demeanor.
interested in
But
dissuading you from
so
such a
far,
venture.
from everything we've seen in the story and some side stuff, he really is a good guy.
Matters that concern the rise and fall of the Vidyadhara will inevitably attract certain parties. Those that would work circumstances to their advantage. Be it Dan Feng, the Preceptors, or the Alchemy Commission that trained the Dragon Lady.
Your injury hasn't dulled your instincts, General. The Preceptors and the Commission seem deeply concerned.
A chance meeting is a gift from fate. Why don't I help you to fathom their intent then?
Okay. Want to choose a new High Elder.
The power struggle between the Preceptors and their High Elder is a tale as old as time. And someone as powerful as Dan Feng, who was completely beyond their control, was enough for them to harbor a hidden rage. The Elders used to have a small say in appointing the new High Elder. Who could have imagined that Dan Feng would pick his own successor? And yet, that is precisely what happened. and all they could do was accept the result.
Wait, that's Bailu?
Now that Don Hong has arrived, the elders see yet another chance. How could they let it go?
Huh.
Us outsiders should not judge the laws of the Vidyadhara. The preceptors have been suppressed for some time now. They will inevitably try to overturn the situation. These people speak of legitimacy. They believe that Bailu was chosen as heir apparent by the previous High Elder.
It was
And that unless
Bailu.
you were to commit a terrible sin, the preceptors should have no right whatsoever to choose again. The healer lady has draconic features and scarcely believable therapeutic abilities. Some regard this as evidence that she is the High Elder, but the preceptors are fixated on strength. And
Yeah,
are
that's the
unwilling to accept her.
big difference. Like, Bailu doesn't have any
Fong's
power like
reincarnation has shown a
Dawn,
command over
right?
the vast marine
Like,
expanse
she
of
can't summon that
luminescent
big
depths.
dragon that we used to
Those
defeat
longing to
Fantilia.
keep the traditional bequeathal of the High Elder feel increasingly uneasy.
Hmm.
After Don Fong's abdication, they fought against the preceptors and saved Bailu's dignity. They demonstrated a true devotion. These folks aren't the type to just let it go. It
do you
is
even have an
internal
opinion?
affair of the Vidyadharas. As long as it does not disturb the peace aboard the Luofu, it does not involve the general of the Cloudlands. Nevertheless, as a friend, let me remind you of one thing. So long as Don Hong and Bailu, with their respective High Elder powers and titles, both remain on the Luofu,
Yeah, it's the same as the other guys.
Vidyadhara will never
He
cease
said
their
that we
internal
should leave
strife.
because
This is
someone's
not
gonna
to say
convince
that either of
Don
you are to
to
blame.
fight for the High Elder position.
It's getting late. You are headed to repair the Arbor's seal at 𝐐𝐤𝐠𝐴 and visit the High Elder, no? Farewell for now.
I mean, it's obvious Don's not
I
gonna be the
should
High
start
Elder.
taking this business
Because,
of
you know,
rest and
how would the game
recuperation a little
continue,
more
I guess.
seriously.
But if the previous incarnation picked Bailu, then fuck it, right? So I guess I don't gotta fight. I could just skip everything and just do the story.
Master Dan Heng, you're back. Have you made your decision? Will you come with me to meet with the elders first? Or are you set on seeing Miss Bailu?
Miss Bailu is already waiting at 𝐐𝐤𝐠𝐴.
Neato. What's so bad about him talking with
Stubbornness
Bailu
is
anyway?
redolent of your previous incarnation.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere. A criminal who destroyed our succession is unworthy of setting foot in the sacred places of the Vidyadhara.
But we were there
Wait.
before. What?
Master Dan Heng's presence at 𝐐𝐤𝐠𝐴 has been approved by the 6 charioteers and the
We
preceptors.
fought a huge
He is
boss
no longer
lady
the
there.
criminal he once was.
Kinda
Empty
late, buddy.
rhetoric. There are ways of unearthing his true identity. And even his reincarnation should answer for the monstrous crimes of the past. The Vidyadhara will never accept him.
What the hell did the other Don do? Oh, okay, we're gonna fight? You serious?
Don Feng.
We beat a big lady. You think you could take us on? What?
The times are
You
changed.
say Don Feng.
Oh, wait,
was
this isn't my
in the
Don.
Previous incarnation. How then do you still possess
Huh.
the power of the High Elder?
I think this is like basic Don. Like I don't have the first Eidolon.
Grace, awaken, dormant, world-cleansing dragon.
I guess I can see now. Like with the yeah, I think this is a weaker Don.
Rise.
As I expected, Don Feng, you have returned.
Okay.
Thank you for rescuing me, Master Dan Heng.
No problem,
They
Bob.
came from me. I'm sorry you got dragged into it.
It's risky to remain here. We should leave. Master Don Hung, after your meeting, will you go with me to see the elders?
Should I ever want to meet the preceptors, Miss Huanxi, I'll ask you to pass on the message.
I understand.
So she wants us to
Please alight, Your Highness.
be the High Elder.
Miss
That's what it
Bailu
is.
awaits you at Dragon Vista Rain Hall.
It could be dangerous.
Yeah, let's
ahead.
go.
We should proceed carefully.
Oh, it's an actual dungeon, huh? Must include Don. There's mine. Yeah, it was a weaker one. He's not even level 80. Could I have... I mean, I'm just gonna go with my team. But could I have 2 Dons? That'd be really weird.
So slow. I've been waiting for you here for ages.
Hello. You are tiny.
Hello there. Long time no see. What are you doing here?
We were met
I mean,
by
I'm
an
his buddy.
assassin on the way over, miss.
An assassin? Are you okay? Are you injured?
Fortunately, the skills of Master Don Hung and his friends were too much for them. There are those that wish to assassinate Master Don Hung, miss. Presumably to preserve your legitimacy as High Elder.
I don't care about my legitimacy. Why do they? I told you, whoever wants to be the High Elder is welcome.
What if
I
we
never
both
want
don't
the
want to?
title.
Then what the hell happens?
Don Hung. It is an honor to meet you, Miss Bailu.
You're Don Hung? I heard about how you parted the ancient sea and Scale Gorge waterscape.
You have an actual tail.
These assassins have got
How
their
come
work
Don
cut out
doesn't?
for them.
Miss Bailu, please don't say things like that.
Let me take a look at you. Dragon horns. Well, they say you're Don Feng's reincarnation. I suppose it must be true then. But you're different from me. Where's your tail?
You're not gonna answer that, buddy?
If I let you be High Elder, will you grow a tail?
About the High Elder succession. I have no intention
He's
of
not
getting
gonna answer.
entangled in that.
God damn it. I want a
I'm
tail.
here to prepare the Ambrosial Arbor's seal. This is the duty of the lawful Vidyadhara.
Oh, really? Then why'd you come to CB? All I've learned since my hatching rebirth are some medical skills at the Alchemy Commission. I can't repair seals or part the sea like you can.
Ah,
I should take this opportunity to talk with you about the past, Miss Bailu. I've heard about your situation, and while I can't guarantee a solution, I will do my best to improve things for you.
Interesting. You're not like other grown-ups. You say what you think, and you seem trustworthy. So, you want me to go with you to Scale Gorge Waterscape?
Precisely.
Let's go then.
Miss
okay, 2
Bailu.
dragons. Ito.
Wanshi, please wait here for me. I'll come back as soon as I can. I've got these 2 to look after me. Don't worry.
The group walks through empty ruins of the blah, 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 blah. Oh, she's not in my team though.
What a magnificent sight. Is that the Ambrosial Arbor?
Yes. Forming a seal and using their power to curb the spread of the Arbor's roots is an important task entrusted to the Luofu's High Elder.
News to me. The elders must be well aware that I'm not qualified for this position. Which begs the question, why did Don Feng choose me all those years ago?
That's what I want to know.
That's exactly what I've come to Scale Gorge Waterscape to find out. Among the Vidyadhara, the High Elder is the existence closest to the permanence. According to historical records, the High Elder succession involves a secret ritual known as the Transmutation Arcanum, as well as a treasure known as Dragonheart. Once succession is complete, the former High Elder undergoes a hatching rebirth, while the new High Elder begins to display draconic features. However, Danfeng's ritual failed, and his powers remained within me. And yet for some reason, it also created you.
So, in medical terms, he messed up the prescription. And brought suffering down on himself and just about everyone else.
So there should only be one person with draconic features,
I
but
want
they
to
both
use this
have it.
opportunity to repair the Ambrosial Arbor seal.
I mean, not
And
completely,
see if I
but
can help recall our memories. Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague.
oh, we got
Water
a
of
picture.
Connection Sea. Upon the High Elder's command, subdue the eternal roots. Strange. This is different from the breaking of the seal. Why is there no reaction?
What's wrong? Not going to plan, huh?
Shun the
You're so
tree's
tiny.
growth, the residual plague.
Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague. Water of the ancient sea.
Upon the High Elder's command, subdue the eternal roots.
This feeling.
That's it. You did it. And this alone should prove to everyone that you are the true High Elder. When the seal was reestablished, did you recall anything?
It was like a tide surging through my mind. I became really huge, and the whole of 𝐐𝐤𝐠𝐡 waterscape was responding to my voice, resonating with me. That's fun! Danheng, teach me another trick. Let's see if I can remember anything else.
Wait. Can you feel it? There's someone coming.
An enemy? Oh yeah.
You! Who are you?
So Bailu does have the High Elder power then.
Protect Bailu!
Like they both do.
Hey! I'm doing the protecting here! Nobody's getting hurt with me around.
Heavens, sir! Rise!
I see through you.
I kind of wish we could have Bailu in this fight, since she's with us.
Gale Force.
I don't know, like Genshin, whenever you have like a special party member for like a dungeon, you do get a 5th member for your team. I kind of wish we got that right now. Like Bailu would be your like a 5th member just for this encounter, I guess.
How did they manage to appear right next to us without a sound?
They may have used a cloud hymn to create mist and provide a smokescreen. I'm afraid this ambush was probably lying in wait for us. Seems like some people have had enough of my presence. If so, why would they want to harm Bailu?
That's true.
Don't
They
know
wouldn't
how
want to
many
kill
there
both
are.
of them. They'd want to
get
keep
out of
one of
here.
them alive.
Go!
Look at that shadow. Could it be a...
This power, it rivals the tidal forces in 𝐐𝐤𝐠𝐴 waterscape. Is that you, Danfeng? Have you returned?
I'm afraid you have the wrong person. These floating shadows are called
We've seen
mirage
this
echoes.
before.
They are memories of past
Actually, I don't think I
lives and
have.
echoes from the past that the
Like in the
Vidyadhara
story, it was
shared
Don who
when they
encountered
were
this, not like my character.
The books say that these mirages only speak to people they can recognize. And the water on their bodies can be used as medicine.
Recognize.
Seems this mirage mistook me for Danfeng.
There's no mistake. This old man would recognize your voice anywhere. Have you come to this sacred place to repent? The proud son of the Vidyadhara, hero of the High Cloud Quintet.
There it is.
You fought with us your whole life. How far you have fallen. You availed yourself of the transmutation arcanum to summon that draconic abomination, and almost laid waste to 𝐐𝐤𝐺𝐿 in the process.
So creating Bailu almost destroyed this area?
Then the abomination would have destroyed the ambrosial arbor's seal. Tell me, did it sadden you to watch the abomination perish? As the High Elder, you should have freed us from the plight of rebirth and set foot on a brand new path. But instead, you were seduced by your reputation and abandoned yourself. You counted 𝐐𝐮𝐢𝐧𝐭𝐞𝐭 natives and even short-life species among your friends.
Oh damn, man, these guys are
The upcoming trial is your
they think they're better than...
Hand over the
Well,
secrets
did
of
the Fox people feel that way? I don't think so.
now.
I think the Fox people were nicer.
Receptors can help you keep your secret.
Like they didn't look down on short-life species.
Isn't that draconic abomination you created proof of the transmutation arcanum's success?
I heard that Danfeng craved the powers of our dragon ancestor Long the Permanence, and created a
Shenlong?
monstrous dragon-like creature. That must be what he's referring to. And so the hero of the 𝐿Dzhou became its arch-villain. Elder.
So it wasn't he just
look
created
around you.
Bailu?
You've long
The other
since
Don
been
also
part
created a
of it.
giant
What
dragon?
remains here are just the mirages of the waters.
Damn, I
of
wish
the
I could see
ancient
that.
sea.
Impossible. I still live. The High Elder succession will not be severed in this generation.
I don't like this Mirage Echo. He thought that
Yeah,
the
dude,
Vidyadhara
just
was
mean.
superior to other races, and that he was superior to other Vidyadhara. As if the Vidyadhara would never progress without their plans. I guess Danfeng probably never told them the secret of the transmutation arcanum.
We shouldn't linger here. The assassins are using skilled cloud hymn magic to make themselves invisible. But their presence is all too real. These mirage echoes, on the other hand, are vestiges of the past. If we can center and transmit the echoes, we should be able to detect any assassins hidden beneath the surface of the water. Let's look for mirage
we'll be able to
echoes
see
and
invisible
send out
people?
pulses. Move carefully.
Cloud him concealment. Cooldown. Alright, yeah, we could see invisible people. Alright, there he is. I mean, you could kind of tell because they do that weird heat visual
They're
thing.
waiting for us to get close enough to reveal our
Like when you
weak
know
spots.
you see something that's super hot, the air around it is all like wiggly. That's what it looked like. I can't remember what level these guys are.
Consequences are mine to bear.
They are super weak. I should have done this. I guess I was supposed to do this way before I started, like, oh shit, getting my people strong.
Stay the course. To the clouds.
Actually, I'm not even fully decked out. Like, I still need to get
I think something
better
came.
relics for, like, 𝐇𝐢𝐠𝐿 and Lynx and Ushuan. Like, Don is the only one who has, like, a really decent relic set, honestly.
Boom. From the blue. I can take it.
It takes a long time, man. The relic stuff reminds me of the artifacts for Genshin. That takes a while to fucking farm for, like, decent sets. And it actually does take a while just because you're limited by the energy thingy. Like, it's not like you could be like, oh, I'll spend like maybe a few hours grinding today. It's like, no, if you use up the energy, you gotta wait the next day or whatever. Yeah.
Miss Bailu, you fled the Alchemy Commission yet again. How many times have I told you our
Oh,
rules?
this one knows Bailu.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Wait. I remember that voice. That's the old chief alchemist. So she's been reborn?
Reborn? More excuses. Who brought you out this time? Is that Master Danfeng?
I
don't think
I
so.
can't even say he is.
The appearance of the law
I have no choice in this
has
game.
been similar through the ages, but there's no mistaking Master Danfeng. Bailu, return to the Forbidden Residence. I must speak with Master Danfeng.
Oh, okay.
What?
Wait! No! You're just a mirage echo! I got tricked again!
Master Danfeng, I finally understand your plan. That little girl is the key to the transmutation arcanum. This is a breakthrough for my research. The Videodera
Yeah, everyone wants to learn about this technique.
Unable to reproduce. Natural and artificial disasters inevitably reduce our population. If this continues, one day our noble draconic bloodline will perish, and the fated decree of the permanence will be violated. For this very reason, I have spent my entire life researching ways to free the Videodera from the cycle of reincarnation. I have been without success for a long, long time, thinking that this reincarnation had been naught but a waste. But now, you have enlightened me.
Danfeng. What did he do?
Okay.
Master Danfeng, your changes to the transmutation arcanum created a draconic abomination that wreaked great destruction. But it also created a new life. This is the hope that will one day allow the Videodera to reproduce.
Why can't
My
they
understanding of
reproduce?
reproduction was limited by ordinary notions. How constrained I was. Why should Videodera reproduction remain trapped within the confines of our race?
Like, does something cause it, or it's just the dragon race can't do it?
Incorporate other races into the flesh of the dragon. Isn't that the real meaning
Also makes sense why
behind the
people are
transmutation
obsessed with the
arcanum?
technique now.
The Preceptors are too narrow-minded to see your talent. They want to install another High Elder. Foolish.
What does she mean by that?
The transmutation arcanum seems to contain a secret that allows the Videodera to escape the cycle of reincarnation and return to normal reproduction. But the mechanism eludes me. Let's go.
This kind of reminded me of, I mean, it's not completely exactly the same, but it's reminding me of the Krogans from Mass Effect, just because, like, talking about reproduction tied to a race.
You were my hero. I dreamed of being just like you, of joining the Cloud Knights. But you betrayed the hopes and dreams of the Elders.
This Mirage Echo. He must be a Cloud Knight who fought alongside Danfeng all those years ago.
How many of us perished in that disaster and could not be reincarnated? And my leg was torn off by that abomination. Oh, the pain. The doctors at the Alchemy Commission said I have to reincarnate.
I really wish I could see this fucking abomination. They all talk about it, but I want to see what the hell this monster looks like.
Have no chance of returning to the ancient sea. once told us that we should cherish every life cycle, and that you would use cloudy magic to heal our wounds. But in the end, all you did was betray us.
We must listen to him very carefully. We cannot afford to miss any
Okay.
information.
I will never forgive you.
You mentioned healing, but Dawn doesn't have healing. His powers are all like aggressive, like attack wise. Like he can't do any healing stuff.
Just because of you. Hand it over.
Dan Heng,
I guess his powers,
the price we pay
the
for
other
bearing
Dawn's
the
powers
power
are
of the
split
High
between the
Elder?
two.
Carrying the weight of all these expectations. All this hatred.
Before any of this transpires, you have enough time to prepare.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't gotta fight any of these guys. I could just skip them. Wow, I can't believe I got out of that. Hello.
Miss Bailu, are you okay? You were in there for such a long time.
Luckily, I had Dan Heng and him to protect me all the way. If anyone's owed a thanks, it's them.
It has been pretty dangerous.
I didn't expect those assassins to be so brazen and reckless, storming a sacred place like 𝐐𝐤𝐧𝐭𝐞𝐿 Waterscape and pursuing you. Rest assured, Miss Bailu, I'll report them to the elders and round them all up. Fortunately, the three of you were blessed by the gods. If anything had happened to you, it would have been a dereliction of duty on my part.
Assassins. None of us mentioned that the danger involved assassins. How did you...
Oh yeah, we didn't, huh?
Oh, it's because we were already attacked at the ferry, no? I was just worried that those people would try
Oh
and
damn,
attack
she's
you
evil.
again.
You said those assassins only came from Mr. Dan Heng. But the ones we met in the ruins were coming from me instead.
That's true. And she wanted Dawn to meet the elder.
Perhaps the real dereliction of duty was that not enough happened to you.
So, did the elders send you to take out the unworthy High Elder?
That was my idea alone. How could the Preceptors have come up with that? From my perspective, the Vidyadhara requires only one High Elder. A second High Elder,
shit.
one who is weak and useless, must be removed.
Come on, you can't say that about her.
Miss Bailu, our relationship as mistress and maid ends here.
Is this the same person who was in Bailu's quest? That's crazy, if it is.
The strength.
Bailu. Oh shit! It's we have Bailu. Our team's not our team. This trial. What is she? She's lightning? I know Bailu's a healer, that's all I know. Also, thank God my character's trial, because he's definitely not built up. Like, I have not really built up my character ever since I got some ever since I pulled like Dawn and started building around him.
Heaven's surge. Rise. Awaken, the world-cleansing dragon.
You bully!
Where are we?
Need a doctor? Hiya!
I'm on guard.
I'd want to pull Bailu, just because I think it'd be good to have another healer.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Supposedly though, the next update, there is supposed to be a new healer,
General, did you bring
like a little fox girl.
Reinforcements. I am the real.
These guys are so fucked. We have like almost the same team that fought Phantilia.
Heaven's surge. Break.
But yeah, I think I'll pull for that the next healer. But I hope I could get enough jade for her, because I actually did. I was planning on pulling for Topaz,
Let me tend your wounds.
and I think I'm gonna do it. Because I looked up what Topaz could do, and I think it's pretty good for me. Because like she deals with follow-up, which I have 2 characters. I have Clara and Himiko who do follow-up, and I think she would work well for them. So I could build like a second team. Because you need a second team to do the mirror
Follow my charge.
and the express. And her talents also deal with the simulated universe. And I do that so much.
Lands at the ready.
Like when the game's beta was ended, I did so much of the simulated universe and the swarm. Like I'm addicted to that mode. So I think it would be good to get Topaz, because since I do that a lot.
Scale. World cleansing dragon.
I hate this enemy.
Time to ship what figure.
Although this one's not so bad, since this is a story level. But in the swarm, those shield guys suck so much. I think they might be my most hated enemy to go against, except the monkey,
Sense a storm.
which I feel like is probably a common answer, that giant ape enemy is probably everyone's most hated enemy.
Lands at the ready.
Like hard enemy maybe. That he deals so much fucking damage. There's a lot of times in the swarm where like my run is done just because he one-shots my team.
Need a doctor?
I gotta be honest, dude, you're pretty tanky for story level.
Awaken, Thorns. World cleansing dragon.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward! Immortality means forever.
Follow my charge.
Oh, you know what? I just realized Jing Yuan, this guy would be good with Topaz too.
Tend your wounds.
He does do follow-up attacks, but I don't have him, so.
The strength. Heaven surge. Break.
Nice.
A pity. So close.
No, not even close.
Did the Preceptors truly believe that nobody knew of their scheme? They should return to their senses. Attacking the Dragon Lady only destroys what little prestige they have remaining.
The whole thing was planned by me and me alone. Beware of false charges, General.
Save your breath. We all know the truth once the Cloud Knights send you to the 10 Lords Commission's judges.
That's another group we still haven't
Too
like
late,
know nothing about.
genuine.
The judges
I go
of the
no
Lawfu.
further.
I think we met one. There was an android I remember we did with Don's
We always felt
quest
useless
in the
eyes
story.
of the elders.
I'm pretty sure that android
False
was
dragon who
a
failed
judge.
To inherit the power of the High Elder. And today I realized they'll use any means of removing me.
Not all of the Vidyadhara harbor evil intentions. If you feel uneasy, Dragon Lady, the Seat of Divine Foresight can arrange for you to stay elsewhere.
Thank you, General. I'd like to talk more with Danheng first.
Very well. I will await all of you at the ferry.
Am I staying for this conversation, or is it just you two?
The Vidyadhara have neither parents
Or just
nor
you two.
family members. Once born, the teacher is assigned to instruct the young Vidyadhara in the art of Cloud Hymn, as well as various life skills. Danheng, did you have a teacher like that?
If you're asking about Vidyadhara tradition, I'm afraid that's something I never had any experience of. I've always been a wanderer. I I can never return to my homeland. In my fragmented dreams, I meet enemies on the battlefield. But in my travels, I meet many people who I can describe with the word teacher.
Yeah, like 𝐇𝐢𝐠𝐴 and
Far
𝐿.
back as I can remember, I've had the preceptors and alchemy commission healers telling me what to do. Cure diseases, save lives. I don't know if that counts as teaching. You know something? It feels like you're the teacher I've been waiting for. Virtuous in the past life, master in the next life. Perhaps we were friends or disciples in our previous incarnations.
A friend or disciple of Danfeng? Maybe.
I guess why not, right?
At first, I was worried that your title of High Elder was in name
We
only,
don't really know
and that
anything
an
about
absence of true
𝐵ailu's
power
past.
would eventually put you in grave danger. It seems I was overthinking things. You have no shortage of true power.
You mean the power to repair the seal? The power you taught me?
The Mirage Echoes of 𝐐𝐤𝐺 mentioned that not only was Danfeng a brave warrior, he could heal others with Cloud Hymn magic. What you have is the power of the High Elder that belongs to you. The power of life that can reforge the Arbor Seal and the vitality of the Eternal Roots. It is a world away from my power of destruction.
Okay, yeah, they do have his
That
power.
Danfeng probably had a gentle side to him too, right?
I guess the transmutation
We
technique
should head back to the healer's market.
gave
I have other things to
𝐵ailu
do today.
half of
Let's go.
Danfeng's power.
Now that the seal is repaired, my affairs on the Xianzhou have drawn to an end. For the time being.
Are you planning on staying on the Luofu? The banishment decree has been revoked, and the preceptors have regained an awareness of the situation. This is your chance to return to your home.
Yeah, but the story won't continue if he stays here. I could say wait. I guess wait.
As a nameless, the Express still needs me.
Ah, that is a pity.
Oh, that's it. The dragon returns home. We got some music. It's cool. I liked it.
Should refrain from
We learned more about the
violating
dragon
orders
race.
any further. The weariness is creeping up on me once again. Time to lie down. Farewell.
This guy's taken such a long time to recover from that Fantilia fight. Like, how much time in-game has passed for that? Okay, but I guess we're gonna do 𝐿𝐺𝐭𝐿𝐼𝐼's right now. I'll probably just cut to it, yeah. Alright, we're on the Express and we're gonna do 𝐺𝐭𝐿𝐼's quest. Which we gotta give a letter to Dan. I think this is more... The quest is more dealing with the Cloud group.
What is it? Do you need something?
Yeah, I got a letter.
There's no signature. And it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember. Unfortunately,
Also, he's small
I'm going
down
to
now.
disappoint them.
He's not big. Could it be Blade?
The handwriting does seem like that of a swordmaster, but Blade would have gotten straight to the point. It's an invitation, all right, but this is too mysterious to be him. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Danfeng's past should be handled with care.
Okie dokie. The appearance of this letter makes you uneasy. You invoke the cloud hymn. Soak the letter. A handwriting disappears and another line of writing blurs due to the water stain. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. Letting him leave first was a wise choice. I can't put him in danger again because of this. But if he didn't send the letter, then who did? Maybe I should make a trip to the seat of divine foresight. I need to ask 𝐿'Yuan about the Stellaron hunters.
Oh, dungeon immediately. 76. Okay. Team must include 𝐿'Yuan. Yeah, I haven't played with her at all since I don't have her. I guess, yeah. Let's leave out 𝐿'Yu:kong. This is a weird team though, we got 2 destructions. Oh, I'm her. Yeah, I have no idea how she works. But this will be interesting.
After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile.
This guy.
It's quite
He got his
reassuring.
ass kicked by her. I remember in his companion quest.
Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days. However, I never thought 𝐿'Yuan would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
Huh?
That was done.
I've got my work cut out for me today.
I feel like I'm a bit mean, but I gotta be honest. I don't like this guy.
Greetings.
I think I remember when I was doing the story
need to
mode.
speak to the general about
I
something.
said that before.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I
The
accept
fuck?
full
We kicked their ass.
They can deduct my next 100-year salary.
Yeah, I
if
think
they
it's because
like.
this guy's too.
The
Man, what is
Cloud
the
Knights were
word?
doing their duty.
Is it cocky?
I'm here to ask the general about.
It's like
the
bratty.
Stellaron
It's like, ah,
hunters.
fuck off, kid.
You came at a bad time. The general is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Don Hung. Do you recognize the person on the steps?
Yeah, he's part of, or she's part of the Cloud Quintet.
I can't say that I know her, but she does look a little familiar. Is she a guest of the general's?
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth. That is 𝐿'Yuan, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou Luofu. She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the general's master.
I do remember that.
According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wingweaver, the father wolf of the Borazon, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand.
She just said a
single
bunch of
strike.
shit that doesn't matter to
She's
me.
a renowned legend.
Like, I got no idea what the hell a
However,
Wingweaver is or a mecha
Those
beast.
are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, 𝐿'Yuan lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu
Oh,
with
right.
a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted
She
to
came
turn
with,
herself in.
How do you say his name? Luca?
Her surrender came
Lucha?
with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to 𝐶𝐭𝐿-𝐺𝐵
I still don't know his
Waterscape
deal.
and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe 𝐤𝐤𝐿 actually agreed. Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jingliu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
Well, it's her last wish, right? Why not?
Imbibitor Lunae, you're here.
Yeah, I've been here for a while.
Since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me?
Oh, her thing in
in
her belly button it actually moves. Like it's a moon that actually does the phases. Oh, I'm a twin.
When I left the 𝐐𝐮𝐢𝐧𝐭𝐞, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the 𝐵𝐵𝐿 prison.
Why is your voice so breathy, man?
I thought Imbibitor Lunae had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years, it was a magnificent sight to behold.
But you have a blindfold, how can you see it?
Do we know each other?
The answer to that is both yes and no. However, your cold
This is
and indifferent tone
I can't remember
is
Jingliu before in the other
identical to
companion quest, but I do
person
not
you
remember
knew
she
back
talking like
then.
this. Like she's speaking in
If my
ASMR.
guess is correct, the preceptors were unwilling to allow the 𝐼𝐸𝐿 line to end, and hoped for the Imbibitor Lunae's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the molting rebirth and turned you into what you are now.
Hmm.
You're not here to reminisce on old times. Tell me why you're here.
You didn't hear? That Vidyadhara girl explained it clear as day. I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends, and to fulfill promises I made long ago. 𝐤𝐤𝐿 has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
That's right.
Meanwhile, in the Legion of Doom,
the sea's
back here, huh?
depths
Oh,
conceal no stone,
look at the devil.
and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
This guy's such a big deal, but I have no
Holding
idea
you in
why.
a shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes,
Like
we will be
even
performing your
in
trial
Walt's
here.
companion quest, he was terrified of him.
For security purposes.
I don't really get why.
I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Anacaster. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Luofu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Luofu did not possess what I was looking for. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
I mean...
Merely a wanderer? You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue twister of a
Again,
name?
they're saying stuff that means nothing to me because we don't know anything about it.
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the 10 Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals.
That I don't remember. The 7 Arbiter.
However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Luofu you ever lay eyes on.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Ju-Ming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the General. The 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded.
2 of those names I don't know. Bai Heng and... What did he say? Young Ching?
Shackling prison, and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jingliu.
Meanwhile, Hall of Justice.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I mean, who's gonna stop her? She's supposed to be crazy strong,
I
right?
would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer, regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life. Accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on
You know,
any of them.
from what I remembered, she's supposed to be Mara struck, which is what those gold enemies
When
are
the
we fight.
people of the
Like
𝐶𝐿
the knights who have like
to
the
be
gold
more
leaves.
than 1,000 years old.
But she seems
Each
normal.
day is like carrying the weight of a mountain.
I know they say her sanity is crazy and all
through
that, but look at her.
interminable
She's like
maze.
conversating normally and all that.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
We're gonna build a star skiff.
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Yeah, I really hate this kid.
Young man, have you ever heard of Bai Hung,
Oh.
the Foxian pilot?
Bai Hung. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
I don't know her. She's a fox, I
Let
guess.
the noble
Oh.
High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
Imbibitor Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I mean, fragments, right? Yeah.
I think she was one of Imbibitor Lunae's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibitor Lunae and all of us. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
He's dead.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can
I mean, we've done this
manufactured
before.
here, but
With
I know
𝐇𝐢𝐠𝐿.
nothing of the process.
We built a star skiff and all that
see.
for
Follow me.
𝐇𝐢𝐠𝐿.
I don't know anything about manufacturing.
I wonder if
starships
𝐇𝐢𝐠𝐿
either.
knows Bai Hang. Bai
There's
Hang.
still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
Alright, let's see how 𝐿𝐤𝐤 plays.
Stand
Man,
down.
Freeze is pretty good.
Blade of moonlight.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't have an attack. I have to use triangle.
The times are changed.
Damn, she used my skill points though. I need to get a...
World cleansing dragon.
Like, I need to find a party member who's very... who like deals with skill points for Dawn. Because that's a big issue.
Blade fodder.
Okay. All I know from 𝐿𝐤𝐤 is she's supposed to be comparable with Dawn. Like, they're both... like the top DPS, I guess? Or destruction people in the game.
Tedious.
They definitely play different. Like, she doesn't use skill points like Dawn.
Blade of moonlight. In lunar flame.
Oh, that's cool.
Blade fodder.
The strength.
I see through you. Commencing.
We can't just steal a star skiff.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here. Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate StardustSynchron seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after. I remember now. I've seen Bai Hung's name in books before.
Oh shit, man, that's pretty random.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
Like out of nowhere, he just brings that up.
I don't read much, but the general forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a StardustSynchron. The author's name was Bai Hung.
That's right. Bai Hung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about StardustSynchron crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations.
But Bai Hung is an
It also had
explorer,
records
huh?
of local
Or she was.
species and ecosystems.
That's cool.
I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash
I
land
think I
for
remember
StardustSynchron
seeing her.
so many
Like
times?
in the event screen, you actually
I
see
realized
the
that every
the
time,
group.
she made the best of the situation.
And I do remember a
got
fox
back
lady.
alive.
She looked cool.
Her luck really was out of this
I was about to
world.
say I would like to play her, but
Indeed.
she's
Her
gone.
luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines. Very few star skiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Star Skiff Killer.
You probably hated her then.
She also
having to keep
possessed
giving her
an
shifts.
uncanny ability to predict future events, inauspicious ones at least. Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true. Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions. However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide. Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Star Skiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
For long, the star skiff.
That'll do it. The StardustSynchron assembly line has been activated. The StardustSynchron will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
Thank you, young man.
Alright, I'm back. I had to step away for a bit. But we can keep going now. I guess we don't gotta build it like we did for the Yukong one. It's just right here. We just have to press a button.
See, the StardustSynchron is complete.
After being away from the Luofu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
So, what happened to Bai Hung in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary.
God damn it.
We are here
I wanna
today
know.
To commemorate her. In Bibiter Lune, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
I don't even know what the hell a Shuhu is.
I can't remember anything.
Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Bai Hung, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the 𝐇𝐢𝐠𝐡 soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight.
What
We
the
all
heck is a
shouldered
dragon's
debt
delirium?
that we will never be able to repay. For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in. Inhibitor Lune. You couldn't accept that Bai Heng was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a mistake that can never be undone.
Okay.
There is no need to respond, Inhibitor Lune. Your answer is no longer important.
Nope. Dog's angry.
And now, I will send off this star skiff.
So her death is somehow related to... Well, I'm assuming is related to the thing we just learned about, like the transmutation thing?
Bai Heng, I've brought your flagon.
Or the...
This
or
was
also
a gift handmade by
the
him,
monster? Dragon
though
abomination?
I never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky.
Bye-bye.
Let's go. The Artisanship Commission is next.
Oh, right. That thing is still on fire, huh?
Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations.
Damn, we got
the
sniff
Artisanship
ASMR.
Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the 𝐐𝐮𝐢𝐧𝐭𝐞𝐭's incompetence.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door?
Yeah, for real.
From what
She's
I
totally
heard,
right.
It was a group of outworlders
We did all the
that
work.
came to the rescue.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I have...
Ah, damn it. I was hoping the conversation would continue to
Even
battle.
after your
Oh.
rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like...
Like you never forgot.
Kind of works out that I have Big Don in my team since they're both part of the Cloud Quintet.
I think something.
Nowhere to run.
That guy did not die. He had like barely any health.
Come on already.
Ah, fuck off.
What took you so long this time?
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lunae. We have all the time in the world.
Oh, yeah, this is like the opposite of the other time.
It's not right.
Where the little blonde brat is ahead now.
This spear still recognizes you as its master. Imbibitor Lunae, do you know who crafted it for you?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
Wait, so the spear that Don, like Small Don has, he actually was the weapon of Don Fang?
Came together.
I didn't know that. I thought Don Fang just uses the same moves as Lunae, like Big Don has, with just the ball. Like right now he's not using the spear.
You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Don Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything. But you cannot run from combat, Don Hung. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibitor Lunae's.
Huh.
Combat is like smelting. Purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember? Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
Ying Ching? Is that Blade? Like his real name? Because he's the last one we haven't talked about.
I'd rather leave this world in a blaze than live until the end of time. I will let all of the 𝐶𝐿 know that a brief moment of my life is
definitely
worth
Blade.
more than their long and meaningless lives.
So fucking edgy. Ying Ching. That's Blade's real name?
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the 𝐶𝐿 to receive training. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder. At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature. But when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the master craftsmen. He even
I had no idea about
Artisanship
this.
Commission title of Furnace Master.
Yeah, I didn't know Blade was such a,
Unfortunately, the
I guess like a
Alliance would
blacksmith,
never
like
allow
crazy
a
good.
short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission. He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
Huh. So even though he was fucking amazing, they didn't let him join just because he's a human?
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
So, are we here to commemorate your short
Oh damn,
life
he was
species
eavesdropping.
friend?
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
I guess it is Blade, because he's still alive.
Even the
Wait,
cryo
but if he's
capsules wouldn't be able to
a
extend the
short life
life
species, how the
expectancy of
fuck
a
is he
short
still
life
alive?
species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
Oh, he became a long life species?
He transformed into a long life species.
How the hell did he do that?
Correct. Such are the twists of destiny. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid Imbibitor Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion.
Oh.
His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
Ugh, for an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes.
Oh, that's what happened to
I
Dawn.
gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name. We've idled too long. Let's head
this is
to the
interesting.
Alchemy Commission.
So they, both Blade and Don Feng, tried reviving Bai Hung? The Fox Lady? So what the hell happened?
As a follower of the Rainbow
forgot
Arbiter,
about these.
you
God,
have
there's a lot
witnessed
going
the
on.
catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the Abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day 𝐤𝐤𝐶 might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the Abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants 𝐤𝐤𝐶 dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest.
I mean, he's not wrong, I guess.
So, in order to sever 𝐤𝐤𝐶's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
I'm listening.
Wait, how is... Now I'm confused. How is this guy alive? Like,
I'm afraid the
Jing
next
Yuan.
move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
As I expected.
Or is he just not human?
Your surrender
He's like a
is just
long-term
the next
species.
step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And The purpose.
We still don't know what the hell's in the coffin.
Of your coffin.
What's in the box?
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
God, man, this man is so pretty.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed,
Oh
Jinyu.
shit. Where the fuck did you come from?
The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice, there's Bailu.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would
Oh, I guess
be,
that's a good point.
for a checkup and consultation.
See if she could do anything about her Mara.
Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
They're so small.
Dunhung, what a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
It's her, not me.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts
Okay, so
have
she's
been
not blind.
disordered lately, and I experience
She's just
occasional night terrors.
edgy, I guess.
Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. Who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucent worms so I can take a closer look. Your hand! It's freezing!
I mean, she's ice, right?
Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that
She's dead.
She won't live much longer.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis.
And why'd you let me talk?
Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core essay and her veins.
Essay? Never heard that word in my life.
I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
She's going to prison, so no. I guess just tell her. We're buddies.
She's a criminal. That's up to the Cloud Knights and the Ten Lords Commission.
Oh, talk about not judging a book by its cover. She looks so kind and elegant. How could she be a criminal? Not my concern.
There's a lot of criminals like that.
I'll do my best.
Black
No matter
Cat,
what I administer, she's gonna need to
Catwoman,
drink a ton of warm water.
Carmen
from this point
Sandiego.
on. Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion.
I can't remember her
Won't
name, but
cure her, but I'll
the main girl in Lupin.
medicine box go.
Started with an F, didn't it?
I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of
Fujiko?
Medicus
I think that's
were
her name.
expelled, things have been a mess around here. Dunhung, You mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Ooh, neato. We're teaming up again, huh?
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
She runs funny. I mean, she's the smallest character in the game, right? I think.
Hey, give me back my medicine box.
It's a dog. That dog is bigger than her.
Don't let it get away.
Run, boy, run. Oh, you speak of the monkey, huh? Yeah.
There's an even bigger monster protecting.
God, this thing killed me so much in the swarm.
When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
Careful.
Allow me.
I wonder
to
how the
manage these
enemies will look like for the new
obstacles,
planet.
Dragon Lady. Stand back.
Designs are pretty cool.
The chill of my
I remember
soul
coming to this
freezes
planet the first time. I really
everything
liked the
in its
designs.
path.
Like I like the machinery based on animals, like the goldfish. That looks really
Soon
cool.
to be departed.
So this is why your hands are so cold.
Awaken, Dormant Scale. World cleansing dragon.
I see through you.
We have no skill points.
Creations.
This is bad. I think I mentioned it before, but in the next update with the little fox girl who's supposed to be the healer, there's also a new 4-star that I'm pretty sure deals with skill points. And I think I might want to pull her to use with Don, Big Don. But the problem is, which banner is she gonna be in? If she's not gonna be with the fox girl, that's hard.
Quick divination.
You know, like trying to pull for that 4-star when I don't want the 5-star for that banner.
Save it for your own skin.
The other 5-star is supposed to be the red-haired knight. He's okay, but I don't know. I think it's just because I want to say it's just because the red.
All right, let me make sure nothing's missing.
A twin.
Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening. Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Law Fu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken.
Yeah, she seems so normal,
They all
honestly.
presented with signs of incoherence.
The only thing that looks so off is in her ult. Like you see her eyes go kind of like crazy.
Seem to have any of that.
That's really it. She talks normal.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit.
Okay.
And yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past.
I think that's the problem with the whole group,
I am
right?
without either of them, I would
Like most of them
fall
are
into an
kind of
empty void.
trapped in the past.
Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady.
Seriously, I think the
Meeting
only one
you
who's
has provided more
kinda
healing than any
not
kind
is
of
the general,
medicine
like
or
𝐿𝐤𝐤.
remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the 𝐶iänzhou for treatment. And the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall.
Are you talking
with
about
a
Blade?
Serious expression.
Blade has bandages?
He also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description. He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend.
Huh. Everyone in the group has met Bailu today. That's weird. Well, maybe not the general. Oh, speak of the devil again. Oh, we're all here. This is a weird cast right now.
Take this man away. This does not involve...
Yanqing.
Get the blondes out of here. It's not their place.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud
He does have
Quintet
bandages.
would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years.
Well, so I'm surprised Don's not
If
big
I
Don for
remember
this.
correctly, the five of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. Imbibitor Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen. Ying-Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination. As for 𝐿𝐤𝐤, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish 𝐸𝐭∫ regrets. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. 𝐇𝐢𝐠𝐡, it is time to say goodbye.
Where? Oh, I guess I am done, huh? Or I'm supposed to be done. Blade coldly looks at you. That's it, huh? Okay, I guess you don't want to kill me right now. And I can't speak with the general.
A wineless gathering, accompanied by only
Yeah, this is a bummer.
What a depressing reunion. Jing-Yuan, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the 𝐇𝐢𝐠𝐡. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-light reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Jing-Yuan, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others. But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path.
Someone else said that before.
No matter. I will
remember that being
if you insist.
like a statement that stuck out to me when we did the story somewhere.
Will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Wait. Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
In a 1v1?
Savor the moment. I will.
I mean, she's supposed to be one of the strongest swordsmen, right?
Moment of death.
And he just can't die. Pretty sure he would lose. Oh shit, cutscene.
We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a 𝐐𝐮𝐢𝐬 lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
A familiar feeling. Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword 𝐸𝐿 crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying, Why did you and Imbibitor 𝐿𝐿𝐿 commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer. Which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why? In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away. Like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
Well, he didn't die. Can't talk to them either.
Imbibitor 𝐿𝐿𝐿, what do you plan on doing next?
Yeah, go with my friends.
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the 𝐿𝐿 years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying-Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibitor Lune.
Now I can.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw
Weren't you
today.
supposed to be gone with Lucho or
I
Luca?
understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did?
Yeah.
Goodbye for now, Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another. Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth. Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
Sure.
I will see it through.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For
That's
now.
another character I want to meet.
I don't mind.
Elio is such a big deal. I want to see
prolonging
who
my
he is.
vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
Oh shit. Is everything okay? Stardust and I heard you received a letter. We were worried. Did that poker face down on Hunter Blade give you any trouble? I met some friends. I guess, yeah. That's a relief. By the way, don't forget to head back to the Express early. Himiko made coffee. Oh no! Oh, that's it. Clouds leave no trace. Oh man, that was good. That was probably my favorite companion quest, I think. That was really freaking good. Oh damn, all the way back here, huh? But yeah, that's gonna be it for now, I guess. I got no missions. Nada. So the next time I play this will probably be when the third planet's out.